Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Okay, so let's make a beautiful wreath and let's thank spring. I am so tired of the cold weather here in Michigan, so I'm going to thank spring and make a beautiful spring flower wreath. It's so easy to do and I can't wait to make it with you. Let's get started. So you're going to choose two different colors of poly burlap. You can use deco mesh, but I love poly burlap. I'm going to grab my wood burner and we are going to cut this poly burlap at 10 inches wide. Okay, so it's a 10-inch roll and you're going to cut them at 10 inches wide. Why do we use the wood burner? Because it helps kind of melt the edges and it reduces the fraying that it will do on your wreath. So that's why you can get these tools all in my Amazon storefront or Walmart storefront. Then I'm going to take a 10-inch wreath form. I already added this plastic canvas previously to it. I wanted to cut a little bit of time out. So I just made a circle with the frame on the inside and then we cut it and then we added it onto this wreath frame. So use these zip ties. These are my favorite zip ties from Amazon. Again, I will leave those linked down below, but if you're looking for a really easy zip tie, this is the one you want to get. So we're going to get our frame all together. You're going to zip tie that plastic canvas around the inside of your frame, and this is going to allow us to kind of work inside the frame, but also put our center in this frame. I really love this process. So let's get started and let's make our petals. So we're going to do a single petal fold here with the yellow curl side up, and you're going to have the top and bottom, the finished side. You're going to bring them together in the middle, gather, and flip it over. Now here's the key. You're going to take that left petal and you're going to put it over top of the right petal, just slightly, so that both petals can still be seen, okay? Like little bunny ears. So it's really important to do the top and bottom finished edge when you do this to give it the look that we want. And it just kind of gives us a nicer finish. Then we're going to take this turquoise and we're going to do a triangle, but here we're going to do the finished sides on the right and the left. Then we're going to make a triangle by folding it over. Then I like to fold under about 2 to 3 inches of the mesh, and then I start folding it and gathering it to make this daisy petal. Now what we're going to do with this, we're going to add it to the top of our yellow single petal fold, okay? And it's going to make like a 3D look here. So I like to use my little, that little clothespin to kind of hold the yellow. So we're going to work on the second wire on our form here, all right? So we're going to start near the bracket and then we're just going to keep going around. And you're going to use about 10 of these petals around the wreath. Again, you're going to start on the second wire and you're going to adhere it with a zip tie. You can use a chenille stem. It's really kind of up to you whether you like that or not, but this is the preferred method for me. Now, to make it a little bit easier, we're going to take a zip tie and we're just going to make a loop. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a moment. And it might help you just put the flower wreath together a little bit easier. And you're not going to secure the zip tie all the way. You're just going to make a loop just like that. That's where I want my flower petal. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to make this flower petal. But listen, guys, are you subscribed to me, Julie's Wreath Boutique, here on YouTube? I'd love to have you show up every Sunday night. We have a new project and I love to teach you to craft. And if you love crafting, you're going to want to watch Julie's Wreath Boutique here on YouTube. We've been here for a very long time, since 2017. And there are so many videos that I'd be a little bit embarrassed for you to watch the really early on videos, but you know, we learn and we grow, right? So that's what I've done here on YouTube. But if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, I'm on all of those platforms. So make sure to look for me there, Julie's Wreath Boutique. So we're going to add this other petal here, and we're going to start putting this whole wreath together. And it's really just doing the same petal over and over. So we're going to go over our placement and all that good stuff. But if you're not following me on my email list, if you're not on the email list, can I encourage you to do so? Because we give our wreaths away over here in Julie's Wreath Boutique, and I haven't given one away in quite a while. I did one, I believe, this last week, but we are going to be ramping that up and giving them away. And you know what? This might be one of those wreaths that I give away. So get on that email list, and you'll always know when we're either live on Amazon or doing a new video over here, or maybe telling you a little bit about Julie's Crafting Boutique, but I would love to have you on that list. So check out the link below in the description box and we'll get you signed up. Okay, so you might be wondering, Julie, where do I get the supplies for this wreath? Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. You can go on Amazon and search, but I would recommend either the Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree, or Wreaths of Joy. Those are all links that I have down below, and I'll even try to find some links for you. But these places do carry these products, and you will be able to make this wreath on your own. So once you get everything done, we're going to start on the next line of this wreath frame. So you can see right here, I'm going to add another zip tie here, but we worked on wire 2, so now we're going to work on wire 3, and we're going to go in between each of the different petals here. So we're going to do the same amount of petals that we did on the first row. We're going to do the second row. So you're going to need 20 of the turquoise and 20 of the yellow to finish the first and second row. Now here's the thing, if you want to go faster, maybe you don't want to have 3 rows. I did 3 rows, so I needed more than one. Let's see, did I need more than one roll? I don't think so. We did about 1 roll of each of the turquoise and the yellow. So if you wanted to use less, you could move everything in a little bit, and that would help you. So instead of starting on like bar 2, you would start on bar 3 and then work your way into the grid of the wreath frame. So one of the reasons why I like using the 10-inch wreath frame is it's really easier to ship. So we're going to do the same method. I'm going a little bit faster here for you guys, but I figured you might appreciate if I go a little bit faster because it's like watching paint dry. But anyways, I hope you love this wreath. You could do so many different color options. You could do red and green for Christmas. You could do fall colors for fall, and just really use this like a wreath recipe. That's probably my word or phrase for YouTube for 2025 is wreath recipe. So take what I'm showing you and then use your own twist on it. Can you use deco mesh? Absolutely. You absolutely can. Do you want to use deco mesh? You're probably going to need more than you will of the poly burlap, because the poly burlap is just a little bit, you know, easier to hide the wreath frame. So I don't know. I'm just not a big deco mesh person personally. All right, so once you get the second row done, we're going to work on the middle of this wreath. So we're going to work in about 1 inch to maybe 1.25 inches, as you can see there. And we're going to put about 7 sets of these petals. So this will really use 1 full roll of poly burlap if you get the kind of poly burlap from Trendy Tree or the Wreath Shop or Wreaths of Joy, just simply because they have the longer rolls. If you pick it up at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you just need to know that they put less mesh on their rolls, so you might need to get double. Those poly burlaps are great too. Just know that you might need to buy 2 rolls of each color over there. So as you can see, I messed that one up, but you know what? We all make mistakes, right? Did you guys catch last week's video? I hope you did. It was a lot of fun to put together, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you haven't watched it, make sure to subscribe and go back to my channel and find it there. But this right here, what I'm doing is we are kind of putting these petals in, and we're kind of scrunching them in together, and that's okay. That's all right. We're going to make this look beautiful. I've made this method using all the same color for this wreath style, and that turned out beautifully. There's so many different centers you can make for this wreath, so check out my playlist. I have a playlist for just the centers of flower wreaths, And you can watch all the different kinds and types that I've showed you over the years. Oh my goodness, years. I've been on YouTube for a long time, guys, so it's just hard to believe. But you're going to use about 6 to 7, I believe. I think I ended up using 7. Yeah, we use 7 on the center. And basically, it's important to fill up the center because we don't want any of these spots to show after we put the recenter on that we're going to put on here that you can buy. You don't have to even make this one. It's really cool to use. So we're going to add one more. It's going to be a little tight, but you can do it. So watch how I do this. It's just a little tight. So as you can see, my circle here of all the different petals is not perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be. So I'm going to add this last petal, and it takes a little bit of doing, but you guys can do it. And then I just go around and make sure all those finished edges are on top of the unfinished edge. So this is how we're going to do the center. We're going to take this yellow center you can get from the Wreath shop, Trinity Tree, Reason Joy, all those places, okay? You're going to take a wire. You're going to add an angle. You're going to put a piece of wire. You're going to take a floral pick, and you're going to put it in at an angle. Then you're going to take a glue gun, add a little bit of glue over top of that, and then find a little piece of felt that you can put over top of that. Then finally, I take a little bit of pins. I know I say it wrong for some people. These are those straight pens with like a T. They look like a T. They're quilter pens, and I love them. We're going to set that aside, let that dry, and then we're going to make our leaves. We're going to do our leaves just like the single petal fold, and then we're going to put it underneath that wreath frame. So it's really, sometimes it can be a little difficult. Sometimes it can be really super easy. This one wanted to be a little difficult, but the others were fine. So it just kind of depends how much room you have. And honestly, some mesh come a little thicker than others, and this was one of those pieces of mesh. So it wanted to give me a hard time, especially with this one, but you're going to go underneath there and you're going to pull on it and then attach it with that zip tie. And that really is what that first bar is going to do. It's going to hold the leaves of this wreath, and we're going to go and do it just to the left of each of the brackets. And we have 5 brackets on this particular wreath form. Now, if you don't have 5 brackets, maybe you have 4. Just kind of like measure out to where it's equal to do 5 of these petals. We just want a little bit to kind of poke through the yellow and the blue, but not a lot to make it look kind of lopsided. That is kind of the whole key here. We don't want this to look lopsided. But listen, if you've watched this whole video, would you leave me a yellow heart in the comments, or comment yellow heart? Tell me what you like the best about this video. I would love to know. We're going to put the middle in. You're just going to find a spot to put those wires in, and that's another reason we use the plastic canvas on the middle of this wreath. Isn't this beautiful? It just screams sunshine to me, and I love the sunshine on my face, especially in the wintertime when it is so cold. Now, if you want to cover the back of that wreath up, just cut a piece of felt and add it on with zip ties, and it'll cover the back of your wreath up really nicely. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and if you are not subscribed to Julie's Wreath Boutique, make sure to click that red button, all right? And we'll see you next week in Julie's Wreath Boutique, and we'll craft something beautiful together. We're here every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then.